This is ginger. I happen to love ginger. We use ginger a lot in our house. Ginger is a warming spice. It is the underground stems that we're using. You may think of it as ginger root, but in terms of botany, it's technically an underground stem. And it's very, very warming. It actually sends blood to the core of the body and then out to the hands and feet. So we use it for cold hands, we use it for cold feet, we use it for any impairment of the circulation. So things like smokers who get a condition of intermittent claudication, you can't get blood down into the legs properly, it opens up the blood vessels. Perhaps the most famous use or well-known use of ginger, though, is for nausea. And it really, really works. One more slide, David. Yeah, there's the flower of ginger. There was a study that was done in, I believe it was British Airways, one of the big airlines, probably about 20 years ago now, a long time back. And they took a bunch of pilots. And, you know, if you're piloting a plane, you definitely don't want to get motion sickness. It's definitely not a good idea. And I don't know if any of you get motion sickness, but I do, and you're pretty much out. You really couldn't be doing anything very useful like flying a plane. And you also can't take anti-nausea drugs because they make you drowsy. And that's not good either when you're flying that plane. So they took a bunch of volunteer pilots and gave half of them ginger, and one-third ginger, one-third anti-nausea drugs, and one-third placebo. And then they strapped them into flight simulators and span them around to see how long it would take before they threw up. Not a very nice experiment. But the outcome was very compelling. The ginger was substantially more effective than the drug with no drowsiness. So it was a double win. You know, not only more effective, but no side effects. So I absolutely use ginger now when I'm traveling. I'll make a big pot of ginger tea before I leave the house, and I'll drink that right up till I get to the gate and they take your liquids away. And then I often will take ginger tea bags and just ask for hot water on the aeroplane. Even chewing on crystallized ginger, or Reed's ginger brew, you know, the ginger beer with the real ginger beer, not the artificial flavor, but the one with real ginger extract, all of that. So very warming, very good for nausea. It's also very, very useful as an antispasmodic in the abdomen. So if you have colic or crampy gut pain or menstrual cramps or any other abdominal cramping pain, I use it certainly even in cancer, abdominal cancers where there's a lot of spasmodic pain, and it relaxes the muscles, draws blood into the pelvic area, so it's very warming, which is a relaxant to muscles. And hey, it tastes good. I've never had my patients complain about the teas with ginger in. They complain about a lot of my teas, but I put ginger in a lot of them to help them to enjoy the tea a little bit better. I'm not interested in having people suffer while they take their herbs, but not all the herbs taste great. So the ginger helps to get things down a little bit. All right, next picture. There it is. Ginger root, as you probably know it, but more correctly, it's an underground stem. Okay, one more.